This is the ultimate challenge. Here is a scout with an amphibious attack penalty. Here we go. Oh, it did it. That was too tempting. We've colonized the Maori. Sorry about that, but we needed you out of the game so that basically I could just grow my overseas empire nicely. Excellent stuff. So the cities are on Oceania and also on this Pangaea Ultima continent, which just sounds amazing, doesn't it? It's really cool. Now, Gilgamesh and Portugal are the next two up, as well as the Aztecs. Now, they're locked behind 19 turns of friendship. I might just go after the Aztecs first, just purely because my navy is here and I can't think of anything better to do with it. Would I really just spend 2,500 gold on a frigate armada? Yes, I would. I absolutely would. Religious emergencies? No. Military emergencies? No. No. This is just normal. Oh, the military emergency did pass and only Montezuma went for me. And the religious emergency, only Hungary went for me. So the Aztecs declared on me. That wasn't me going for them. So that's if I had any doubts over what I was doing, this has sort of made my mind up for me. I just picked up both Leventa and Taruga, just with 2 envoys instead of Nanadol. I should have done Nanadol thinking about it, but that's given me 15% extra faith across my entire empire, as well as 15% extra science in my capital, which is awesome. Like, that's a really good thing. Also, I now have a corporation, which is, you remember I got the Great Merchant? This is what I've been waiting for. Oh, I do make myself laugh sometimes. This is Ursa Ryan's Hard Wet Biters, because of course it's a turtle corporation. I mean, what else would you call them? More importantly, this tile is now epic. It's giving me 13 production, 6 gold, 2 science, 1 faith, 7 food, 1 culture, and more importantly, 30% extra science. Now, I have a seaport in this city, which is awesome. I'm just going to quickly treat it to a factory. 133 production. Very good, very good. What was that? 10%, minus 11 from amenities. Goodness me, I really need to get more amenities into this city. That is a relative priority for me. But if I can finish the Forbidden City quickly, that's an extra policy card, which is great. But after it's done that, I really think I could do with some turtle products. Now, each one of these is going to give me 15% extra science in the city that it's located in. I would just want to maximize those. I always forget about products, but they are amazing, and I can start sticking them into Cadiz as well. There's a city that's currently getting me 72 science per turn as opposed to Madrid's 91, so that's pretty damn good. Those 2 cities are by far my highest, so we'll just stack them in. Now, keeping my eye out for another cheap merchant like Fuga. I can pick him up and I can get myself a corporation of Mercury. Does exactly the same thing. And by the way, there's colonial taxes. That's 52 production and 154 gold, because I'm getting 25% extra gold and 10% extra production in all cities not on my original continent. That's everything that isn't my capital. Oh yeah. And with this, Pella is now, I think, just about converted. Oh, it's really being resistant. It's got 19 population, that's why, but I'm up to 43 science per turn now from just having people following my religion. It's making a huge difference, massive difference, and I love it. Oh, the Polish Empire asked me to stop. No, you started this. Like, I have zero sympathy for you, Poland. I would have been absolutely chill religious buddies with you, and you came to me and you started spreading your stuff to me. Like, I think it's very important that we don't forget that turn of events. Like, that is very important in this timeline. I feel like Spanish battleships would be a lot of fun, so we're going to go along the bottom of the board now. And I'm also now beautifully hitting the point we're about to go and take on the Aztecs. Now, let's have a little status check. The Aztecs are in a normal age. Okay, I'm in a golden. That's fine. I have Magnus that I can pop over to give myself a little bit of extra loyalty, but we probably do need a couple of governors. But I'm thinking that is a 14 population city and is slightly harder to get to, so I'm going to target this one first. You can see the Aztecs have got significant armed forces here, so I'm going to need to be able to move my units in and make the attack pretty quickly. There's 1 attack, there's 2 attacks. Okay, good. The city's already looking pretty weak. With the amphibious attack penalty, It's debatable as to whether I'm going to take it this turn, so I'm just going to hold off for a turn, and then we'll make our move. Yeah, okay, so they shot my frigate with a crossbow core. That really did not do a lot of damage. Like, that's fine with me. I've actually got my promotion now as well, so that's pretty decent. So we'll go for that attack. That'll push the city pretty much to 0. I'll land my Conquistador and my Missionary. I should have actually just left my Missionary. Oh, the Missionary might get killed. Never mind. The Conquistador, they will get this attack, and bam! Civil Engineering gets rushed through at the same time. I've got myself an extra 3 loyalty from owning this city. It follows my religion, so that's a little bit more loyalty as well. Rebellion in 8 turns. If I keep it... Oh yeah, look, already that's fully loyal with Magnus. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. In that case, I'm going to just blast the crossbow in the hope that they back off and I don't lose my missionary. If I lose my missionary, it's not the end of the world. I can just summon another one, but it just means my Conquistador is a little bit more... It's just a bit tougher. Now, this city is going to flip to me, but this is a Siberian city, which means I don't want it. I don't want it at all. It's terrible. So, I need to get ready to refuse it. I just need to remember to do that because I'm going to invariably forget about it. Forbidden City, wildcard policy slot gained. It's an amazing thing. When you've got such a large empire and you're doing so much military, you need as many of these policy cards as you can get. And seeing as my capital had like 130 something production, Madrid is doing... Oh, it's doing amazingly. I love it. It's just great. Now, I'm making some some turtle products. Don't worry about them. They're just doing their thing. But you can see rationalism, natural philosophy. Both of these are amazing things. I probably should get Visselbanken back. I'd quite like Raj back. I'd quite like my ability to get better builders back. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, triangular trade would be good. Trade confederation would be good. It's all so good. And rationalism, natural philosophy, I mean, there's only so many cards I can pick up at once. And honestly, this is one of those games where I just need as many cards as I can get. I think Visselbanken's better for now. That'll do for now, because I've got a lot of trade routes, and it's really helping Cadiz just be like 107 production. Beautiful. Poland are finally starting to throw all of their missionaries at me, or their apostles, but it's too late. And they're actually just helping me to clean up in this entire area, which is just great. I think I've almost entirely removed their religion from most of their lands now. Bam, that's all my apostles back up and running as well. Mexico City, I'm just going to go and clean that one up quickly for myself. And then I saw another apostle sort of heading over this way, so I'm just going to keep him in the sea, just so I can keep an eye on what's going on. Poznan needs to get flipped. Lublin doesn't have a holy site, so... That's good. Saved up for John Jacob though, so I'm just going to pick him up quickly. Right, and now I can actually start to use my faith for what I really intended to use it for right from the beginning. And that was to get lots of missionaries to continue spreading around to Macedon. Oh, my ironclads do not mess about. Quabam! Oh, yes. That's great. I'm leveling him up as quickly as possible. If I can get the sort of speedy double attacking ironclad, that's going to be awesome. I'd love it if people sent trade routes to me, and I don't really care about anything else. I'm going to say that the Aztecs, will vote against them, that's fine, but we'll see how that goes. -5 loyalty for me. It's always the way, isn't it? Never mind. Right, I didn't ask if any of my allies wanted to join in with this war. They do. Actually, I should have done this earlier. Well, the only person that did it was Portugal, but they're my military ally, so for once they're being useful. Yes, that grin is a useful grin today. Good on you. The -5 loyalty might make it a little tougher to take these cities, but luckily I've already taken 2 relatively high population cities that are going to help keep each other going. Look at that, 1, 2. Now this one is going to revolt fairly quickly. I'm not far from refining. As soon as I get refining, it'll give me battleships, and these things are going to have crazy range to go and take over the Aztec cities. But I think I've got 2 tiles there that can attack their capital. So my frigates are going to be moving around and ready to do just that. Oh, I picked Nanadol back up, by the way. It's giving me way over 100 culture per turn still. It's really, really handy, and it should boost me to ideology very quickly. Actually, I can just get Victor involved. So, why didn't I not think of that? I had a spare governor. Brilliant. Okay, this is amazing. I'm pretty sure we should be able to just continue this attack very, very nicely indeed. Annoyingly, I didn't use my Conquistador to attack and kill that city, so their religion is still there. But I think if I just find another holy site city, if there is one. No, the Aztecs haven't got any. Of course they haven't. I might need to bring an Inquisitor from over here once I fix this city there. And actually, of course, I've got the Grandmaster's Chapel now. So I can just pray myself into existence more troops. I think a couple cavalry are probably going to be a useful one here. So let's do that. So this frigate's going to come in and just pop that city. Very good. Or that little boat. I can bring you in. Now there are trebuchets, which is going to make this a little bit more annoying, but I'm going to prioritize attacking the city whilst the walls are down. A sort of very blitz-focused attack, this one. My cavalry is just sitting here. I think I might try and flank a little bit. In fact, actually, we can do the double. I can come in here and then go one attack and then bring in to second attack, and there we go. Now we've got proximity to the city. However, I would quite like the Conquistador to make the attack. So I think we'll move to there, and we're just going to hang on for a second and see if we can lure the attack in. We can't put a corporation on Mercury because I only have 2 of it, but that's okay. Right, we can find the remaining Mercury. Where is it going to be? Where is it? There's one source. Okay, so there's one in Kublai's source, and then, oh, Poland has one. Okay, interesting. We will keep an eye on that one because I really do want a second corporation. That would be just awesome. Just making super sure that all of my trade routes go to different continents, but we're managing it so far. Every single one of my cities is on a different continent to my starting city, and all of my trade routes are spreading across continents as well. KZ, this is an amazing city, actually. Okay, here's the Aztec army, and it is engaging me in a very brutal land war, but that's okay. We can take a land war because we have just total naval superiority here. One more attack against their capital. I really wanted the Conquistador in, but getting it in is going to be quite tricky. I've got knights everywhere. Hang on, we've got 72 base strength. That's good. That means that I've got my frigate power on my attacks. That's good. This city can quickly be pinched. That's a 3rd Aztec city. And you know what? I'm actually just going to take it. I'm going to take it without worrying too much. 4th. Brilliant. Oh, the Aztec Empire is falling quickly, and this is just a very blitz-focused attack where I'm attacking with as much speed as I can get away with, bypassing the troops, going straight for the cities, and just using it to my advantage. The Aztecs want a peace deal, but unfortunately for them, their cities are amazing. They've got so many trade routes and harbours, they've got science coming from some very, very well-placed reef campuses. And now I've got battleships. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. I think I'm just going to press ahead. Oh, and before I forget, this city could be perfect, but there's a canal. Look, there's a canal there that will improve the industrial zone, so just going to get that one in perfectly. And there could be another canal up here as well. I'm really glad I took over. Like, so many canal opportunities. Now that I've got battleships, I think the next best thing for me to go to is chemistry, because then I get research labs. Already up to 500 science per turn. I'm really beginning to kick into overdrive now. I've caught back up to 2nd. I'm now within 3 techs of China. As I say, just doing all of this colonization is really, really helping, because what I'm doing is effectively harvesting trade routes from all of the cities I'm capturing, and then bringing them back to my sort of main industrial hubs, and this city is now getting 622 gold per turn, and that's with an immunity penalty as well. Just imagine when I get these things sorted. 200 gold coming from my capital. Yeah, my capital is not my gold. It's not my gold hub at the moment. My first turtle product, I believe this gives, yeah, we go 5 science, 1 tourism, and 15% science yield in the city that it's in at the moment. My capital is the perfect place for that. It's already up to 110 science, and these things are going to start rocketing up. Oh yes, all these battleships are so powerful. I love them. I love them already. Okay, yeah, we're now pressing with a lot of force. 87 ranged attack when I use my encampments. That's ancient wall attacks. I mean, obviously the ancient walls don't affect the strength of the attack. I should point that out. I do know that, but oh my goodness, and yeah, 108 strength battleship against the city. Wow, that's pretty powerful. I'm just taking care of things, and then I think I can get this Conquistador to move to there. Oh, it can do the attack next turn, which I think I will wait for. That seems good enough. I've got my navy, they're just chilling. Portugal might actually nab one of these cities. If they do, I'll actually be fairly impressed. Like, that would be, you know, taking the initiative in the situation like this, and you never see the AI doing that, so that's fun. Look at that, pike and shot core, just bump, and now it's gone. You gotta feel bad for the Aztecs, they were just chilling. Oh yeah, look, Portugal did take the city, and then they immediately raised it. We've got to be careful. Okay, the Conquistador is only so powerful, and we've got to use a certain element of speed here, otherwise Portugal is going to come in and nab. As I said, I'm actually more impressed they did that than anything else, but it is a little annoying. Just a touch annoying. Victor, in you go. Great, that's another trade route I've just stolen as well as a campus. Oh yeah, they've all got universities in them as well. The Aztecs were so heavily science focused. Not that it really helped them at all, but they were. That's Poland pretty much converted, as well as all these little city-states and Macedon. And now I'm going after China. As I said, I'm not going for a religious victory, but I'm getting 66 science per turn just from spreading my religion around, so it's quite fun. Enjoying it. It's like a little side game as I'm taking over the world. Switching out rationalism briefly for naval infrastructure, because this 107 gold should transform into production, because I've got pretty much shipyards in every single one of my cities. Quite like the idea of doing that. I've got Republican Legacy still, Wars of Religion still giving me quite a good boost. I just need more cards. I need more of everything. I need so many more cards. How is China going to feel about having their religion removed? I feel not well, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah, not well. We're going to just generate grievances. Grievances are easier to get over than anything else. Rather not go promising anything that I intend to immediately break. This is what happens when you don't put walls up. I'll be honest, walls would literally have done nothing here. Like, they would have made zero difference. My ships are just so powerful, they would have shredded ancient walls to bits. Oh yeah, there was some emergencies. Huh. Well, I totally forgot about those. I won the religious emergency, and also I believe I'm winning the military emergency as well. I haven't seen any big pop up there. I think it was just the Aztecs. That could have been why their troops were initially like a little bit waylaid and displaced. They could have been going after the city for the emergency, thinking about it. That's actually not far-fetched. Already I've spread across 3 Chinese cities, and I have a huge amount of religious units in this sea here. I'm probably not going to be able to take over their religion with this particular wave, but I have my combat apostles on the way over shortly after, so we should be able to double up on them nicely. My second turtle product, amazing. My capital's going to be producing some crazy science very soon. I've got Curacao of 64 strength. I'm just wondering what the best thing to go and send over to this city would be. I think 2 Curaçaos works well for me. Let's just quickly move that crossbow off, and then we'll get this person on 2. Okay, right, go and take over this Aztec city. Thank you so much. Yeah, in the meantime, 1 attack, and then... Oh no, my Curaçao is just... my Conquistador is just not quite enough. Look at that. There we go. Now that's enough. Spread my religion. I'm using them where I can. I brought Inquisitors all the way over to this front line, but I don't need them at all, because I think Portugal's boats have been killing the Aztec missionaries, and because of that, suddenly it all follows my religion again. It's awesome. I mean, I love it. There's barely any religion at all apart from mine anywhere. Cool. Oh, there we go. It's happened. It's happened, but I don't want it because it's on my continent. Blech. Refuse it. Refuse that horrible, horrible thing. I'm moving off. I'm taking my submarines elsewhere. And that is the last Aztec city in this particular clump. That's it, we've taken them. We have started a southern colony down here. There is one further Aztec city that is being attacked by something small. My Curaçaos are going to go and explore and see what's going on down here and see if we can finish it off, which I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes. Yes, we can. Goodness me though, the tiles around here are just amazing. All of these different fish we're putting down. I'm putting missions down everywhere. It's great, and my boats are just sort of having a nose around because Portugal and Gilgamesh are the 2 at the bottom of the tree now, and I mean, Portugal is my military ally. They have 1,400 military strength. It could be just a real pain fighting them. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, Gilgamesh, you are by far the weakest. So I might have to take you out. And it pains me to say it, but, you know, Gilgabro, you're probably next up. You know, I always feel bad about as Spain going after Portugal because you always have this sort of uneasy alliance between the two. They exist together. So I'm going to just leave them alone for now. I feel like this is fair. So quite usefully, actually, I've managed to pin down China onto a military alliance, and now I can see where all their apostles are. So I can go and spread my religion without fear of being ambushed, which is reasonably nice. Haha! +4 science from research labs, you say? I think I'm going to spend 10,000 gold on Einstein. That sounds wonderful. 2 envoys into Cardiff means that every single harbour building I have gives me power. That's a huge deal, because I'm building research labs in pretty much every city now, which is awesome. I'm on 700 science. Bam! And that improved myself to 701 science, apparently. I don't feel like that's true. There we go, 713. It's a weird old one there. Barely gave me anything. Urbanization is good. We are so close to ideology now, and that's going to boost me through hugely on the old science game. Now, I'd love to see if we have aluminium. That would be fun. Oh dear, turtle jelly from Ursa Ryan's hard, wet biters. Lovely. I'm not going to ask about that one. I'm just going to nod knowingly and say, sure. Minus 20% from immunities now. Oh dear, we need to severely improve this sort of stuff. I'm just going to do a bit of selling, make sure that everything that could be sold is flogged. I mean, I can just tell 10 turtles. Anyone want any turtles? No? Oh yeah, deals. And luxuries. Oh, there's some chocolate. There we go. That helps my capital. Actually, genuinely takes 10% off the edge of that one. So that's pretty cool. I think in the meantime, though, a water park might be the best thing for me to do, unless I can build the Colosseum's already built, but I'm just thinking that Estadio would be an amazing pickup for this city later. So I'm going to pop down a entertainment complex on this tile. That'll give it some more amenities. I can stick a zoo down, which will help all of the perimeter cities, and then we can look to get the Estadio in later. Now that Cardiff is on side, I think I'm going to give 1 point to Auckland? No, 1 point to Taruga to give myself the +3 science on research labs. That's a big deal. And then I'm going to wait. And then I'm going to wait and just see what happens, because I've got more envoys coming along. And yeah, there's stuff I can do. 767 science now. It's all coming in. That's a canal, which is good, but this is a dust storm, which is not good. It's going southeast though, so it should go away from my capital. Fingers crossed. Hasn't destroyed anything yet as well. I don't trust it, but we're just going to kind of hold off for a second. Alright, yeah, looking at the points, Portugal's clearly better than Gilgamesh, so it's going to happen. Anyone not like Gilgamesh? I mean, Portugal doesn't like Gilgamesh. Do you want to go for a joint war with them? Yeah, they do. Yay. Okay, this is going to be a little bit messy, but I might be able to get a lot of people involved. Like, there's my cultural ally involved. There's my religious ally. There's my military ally. Cool. Okay, so it's just Macedon, Hungary, and the Aztecs who all don't like me. So, I mean, that seems fair. And here we go. Uruk has Renaissance walls, apparently. Ah, good on you. Not going to last very long, but it's nice to see an effort, you know? Isn't it amazing how wonderful the production of newly captured cities is? Look at this. Oh, 4 production fishing boats. Tasty. All that awkward feeling when your entire battleship armada is blocked by the presence of quadriremes. It's like, please get out my way. Actually, that was a very effective play from Sumira, just in sense of it delayed my units by a good turn. Oh, what a play. Matthew Perry, short and tired. Look at him, very tired from a set of France. He is tired of all those jokes. But he does give me a bunch of envoys with city-state as long as it's on the coast. And hint, hint, they're all on the coast, this map. I'm going to go for Zanzibar. It's a huge protected one. Look at that, 10 in order to nab it from Hungary. But the extra 2 luxuries makes a huge difference to a large empire like mine. So that's great. I had aluminium under that aqueduct, and there's some under a mission over there. Oh, no, I need to go sort that out. I'll move the mission down south a little bit, but yeah, let's go. Now we've got aluminium. That's quite a cool thing. Pick up rocketry quickly, then we'll get combined arms so I can build myself some aircraft carriers, and then after that point I'll go for advanced flight. So with that attack, Uruk's defenses fall to pretty much 0. We're going to put an Inquisitor just on that tile so that my Conquistador has the extra attack power, and Or bammo, my religion comes with it as well. Oh, yes. I love the extra era score that comes with killing anything with a Conquistador. It's amazing. There's rocketry. Okay, I just need to actually get some spaceports down now. Nippur has been attacked pretty heavily as well. My Conquistador actually has enough strength to run in and take the city. Oh, amazing stuff. In you come. I can keep my religion there. And I get the era score as well. Not that I need era score at all. I should make that clear. I am absolutely full on era score. And also, how is this not a canal opportunity? Come on. Oh man, these research labs are just amazing. 15 science. Lovely stuff. Okay, what we're doing now is I'm switching subtly into my true domination victory condition. I'm just thinking Gilgamesh I'm going to take over pretty soon, but then I'm going to have to start betraying people. I know I was going for a bit of a, European theme to how I was playing this game, not bullying other strong nations, but don't forget, Europe descended into a pretty chaotic war pretty quickly. As soon as it hit the sort of civilized age, I say civilized with big inverted commas, so I feel like this is a natural progression at some point that was going to happen. This is the final Aztec city, in we come, and huzzah! Oh, I'm sorry, friend. I mean, it did serve you right for settling this tiny little city somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It was highly annoying. Highly annoying. Actually, was that another amber? Was that what I was waiting for? Oh, hello. What on earth is happening there? Bloody hell. Right, we won't talk about that. That was frightening. Zipper's taken, and that... Oh, apparently it comes over... No. Oh no, I must have killed an enemy unit. Ah, fair enough. Sorry, sometimes you kill religious units when you're doing that, and it gives you the conversion, and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve that? But anyway, that acts as a canal city, so I can now come through to Isan. Again, I forgot I was in a military emergency. Whoops. It was a good emergency, everyone. A really good emergency. Well done. Well done. Okay, I managed to take over some more cities. Huzzah! I appear to be religion bombing every time I take a city over right now. Why is a good question, but I'm doing it, and we should just enjoy the fact that I'm doing it. Zanzibar is now mine. Oh, I just gave about 200 gold. That was amazing. And a bunch more amenities. I'm hoping that trickles back eventually to Madrid. The city is still unhappy. Oh no, it's still unhappy. Alright, never mind. Well, as soon as we get the Estadio in this city, that's going to help massively. I hope we're picking up mobilization, then ideology, then a government. I'm going to go communist today. Democracy is fun, but only when you've got friends, and I'm not going to have friends for very long on this map. I just get that feeling, you know? There's advanced flight, there's mobilization, and Lord McConnell's decidedly not muck total soup. Oh, it's not muck because it's Ursa Ryan's hard, wet biters. Tasty. Get it on your cereal bowl, I'd say. I went on a little bit of a spending spree, and I picked up Lovelace, Eiffel, and James Watt just in one sort of splurge. It was good fun. I enjoyed it. Isan is taken from Sumeria, which is nice. And again, I seem to have spread my religion now to Eridu. Okay, cool. I'll take it. That's fine. And then I can move in on this city. One attack followed by two, and I believe that's Sumeria almost out. Eridu is just the last nation for me to go and conquer, but I believe that's going to be fairly easy to do. Oh no, I lie. I apologise. There are some just sort of hidden down here as well. Oh, Gilgamesh, what's going on down here? Why all the cities, eh? Plastics. Oh, I cannot tell you how much oil is offshore around my nation. It's a lot. I've already got 9 coming in per turn, which is a tragically small amount, but just, I've got so many sources of oil, especially around my new conquered Sumerian territories. There must be about 6 sources. It's going to be great. Oh yes, an aid request. Let's pass that. What could go wrong? A military emergency, and Hungary has gone to war with me.
The good thing
no. I mean, they do have 2,000 military strength, which is quite considerable, but I am also right next to them, and they haven't got steel walls yet, so yeah, this may go rapidly wrong for them. There's Sumeria out, by the way, I believe. Yes. So they have been knocked out of the game. We have another colony. And this is a major power declaring on us. This is effectively the beginning of the World War. So now I believe that we are entitled to absolutely go after whoever we want. Like, I feel like that's European history in a nutshell. Things are fine until they're not, and then suddenly things are very much not fine very quickly. Now again, they've declared on me, and what they've done is left an 8 population city right next to me with no defences. So, thank you for that. I'm still spreading. Look at that. My religion is getting spread every time I kill somewhere. That's huge. I actually don't know what effect is causing this. We've had this before. Is it because I've got Inquisitors around? I'm pretty sure it isn't. Now, this happened probably about a year ago, and somebody in the comments actually was pretty sure they had an answer, and it's to do with some sort of like overflow bug or something along those lines, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Anyway, if you know, then you know, let us know. Because it's weird, every time I take a city, regardless of whether or not there's an enemy religious unit in there, there's a huge burst of religious pressure. Like, I am about to win a religion victory. I have 5 of 7, and it's Hungary and Portugal, which are just up here. And they're the only ones that haven't been taken over yet, which is mad. There's no Valletta on this map though, that is a problem. So we're going to have to very quickly just go around all of my... I say very quickly, this is going to be utter pain. We're going to have to go around and put flood barriers? Oh no, flood barriers in every city that can make them. This might take a while, but it's worth it, because if I do lose any of my tiles to floods, then it's just awful. And it's way quicker to do them now. Way quicker to do them now than if I wait until the sea is starting to rise. I've got 25 turns, as things are at the moment, to put these barriers up. Okay, that took ages, but we did it. We did it. There is satellites. Very good indeed. And as much as the policy card dictates I shouldn't be doing this, I am moving now all of my trade routes back to Madrid, because I have some fantastic routes coming off from Madrid now. And this is the city where I will be building my spaceport. Then comes the Ironclad, and that's the first Hungarian city taken. Beautiful. Just picked up ideology, which is always fun. Economic union, yes. 5-year plan, yes. Oh, lovely. Colonial taxes give me 500 extra gold per turn. Amazing card if you send all your trade routes from a different continent than your capital. Unfortunately, I do have to kind of move things back to my capital now, but like it's still it's an amazing thing. I was going to go communism, wasn't I? I feel like there's enough internal trade routes for me here that it kind of makes sense to. This time a 10 population city falls, and again, the religion is being spread to Hungary. Cool. As I say, I don't mind. It's quite a cool effect. It's just very strange that it's doing it in the first place. Ironclad fleet comes in, and that's another city taken and another city converted to my religion. Of course it is. Very strange. Golden Age time, and this time I'm going to go for reform the coinage, because I'm having traders plundered left, right and centre, and it's highly annoying. That's literally it. That's the only reason I'm picking it. I'm also starting to pick up across-continent internal routes, because I'm just about to pick up communism, so that'll help. I've also now picked up the Mars colony, so through we go. I think, yeah, picking up advanced AI will tell us quite a lot about what we need. In comes the Conquistador to attack Buda. I've still kept them around for quite some time, and class struggle. Okay, communism time. Let's get this rocking. A severe lack of diplomatic policies means that I can no longer have the colonial officer's card, but that's okay. We don't mind that. Military research is a good one, and I think I'd quite like native conquest, because I'm doing a lot of killing of enemy troops here that are just relatively entertaining. Collectivization is going to throw a load of production and food towards my capital. That'll help it with its projects. Oh man, I still need just a ton of cards. I need a tier 4 government, and I need it as fast as possible. Now, Madrid, hopefully, is on a bit more production and food than it was. 104 production and 288 production. That's crazy considering it's on -1 amenities. It is just unhappy. Let's get professional sports so we can get that sorted. Votey time, and I love a World's Fair. I also like the idea of Poland getting the points because she has by far the most favour. I'm going to go for double scientists and trade routes to trade city-states. Why? I mean, no one's entirely sure. I'm just spending literally my favor is now disappearing down a black hole, so I'm just chucking it at things. No profits. Oh, what a sensible thing for the AI to do. No profits. Well, we don't want any other religions popping up, do we? I am very intrigued to see how many cities flip. Here we go. Look, Hungary have one following my religion, one following their own religion. Oh, no, two following their own religion, one following the Taoism from the north. But if I take Pest, which should be fairly easy to do because I've got a couple of battleships that are ready just to do the damage, like so, and then I've got a destroyer fleet that's going to come in and take it. This should actually push the religion well into the rest of their land. In fact, the game is really thinking about that, which makes me think that I have got the victory. There we go. That was way quicker than I thought it would be, but there is the religion victory that we were expecting. I'll explain exactly why that's happened in a second, but ranking 4th, Winston Churchill, I feel like we should have got more than that. Definitely a Caesar sort of game. Maybe we didn't quite get the total domination we should have done to get that top score, but 25 cities captured, very good. Founded, 15, we had a pretty decent settling game actually, not too bad at all. Culture was through the roof. Can you see when we got Nan Nadal? A boop. Just popped up. Oh, poor old Montezuma, they were doing so well in culture and I just came along and ruined it all. Science, I really was doing okay, but Deity Plus really was on total point here. In fact, Deity Plus Plus, I should say. I really do like that mod. I mean, I know that I've won the last few games, but that was a very narrow map. There was very little land, and the AI struggled with that a little bit. Yes, they got the campuses down, but they kind of didn't have enough space. I really think the Deity Plus Plus might work really well on a land map, like a Highlands map or something in that vein. Religions founded, look, 3rd religion from me. Very exciting. Wonders. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the end, but I was Hungary building the most there. Very good on you. And wars declared. That is the worst axis of any graph I've seen in a long time. What's that showing? Come on, game. Sort it out. But anyway, look, you can see, look at that religion burst. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 cities are now following my religion. Isn't that crazy? Wow, that effect has happened a few times actually, and I'm not entirely sure why I'm getting such a large religion burst when I take over a city like that. I wasn't using the Conquistador, that's sat down here. I don't know if it's because I've got Inquisitors in my land, or missionaries, but just because I'm Spain, it shouldn't really be doing anything like that. Again, if you know why that mechanic is happening, I would be very intrigued to know, because the religion victory is what won me this. Now, I'd spread my religion manually via missionaries to both Macedon and also Poland. I had a really big scrap with Poland with their apostles. It was very good fun. That was kind of because I was bored. The same apostles then went to China and did exactly the same thing. I didn't take over all of China, but I took over enough of it, so that was fine. Kublai just followed my religion because I had so many cities around him that it just naturally expanded. Really did not need to do much there myself at all. Aztecs and Gilgamesh would have followed my religion, but they don't exist anymore. Poland, I should say Portugal, follows my religion because, hang on, it's 1, 2 cities there, but they have another little colony somewhere, I believe, that was following my religion. Yeah, Braga, down there. That's the city that cost them. Tiny little Braga. They stole it from Sumeria, I believe, or they settled right next to them, or whatever they did. It meant that I could take over, which is great. I was not long off winning a science victory, being honest, and domination-wise, I'd already taken 4 capitals. That's Hungary's capital there. So I needed to take China's, Poland's, Kublai's, Macedon's, and Portugal's. Well, honestly, the size of my navy right now, Portugal's capital is just here. That would have been very easy. I had a navy waiting outside China's capital. They were making nuclear submarines, but with my battleship armadas, and I'm only a few techs away from getting missile cruiser armadas, I would have been absolutely fine. Like, there would have been no problem at all there. So really, it would have just been a case of mopping up Poland, who still has frigates, and then Macedon, who still hasn't built walls because they've never been in a proper war. AI does this. If you notice that AI hasn't built walls at all, go to war with them and move troops around their lands and you'll see them springing up like daffodils just everywhere. It's amazing how they can just not focus on them and then build them. I actually think as the AI goes, It's a very human thing to do, just forgetting to put defences up until you go, oh bugger, and then they all just spring up from nowhere as you go into sort of super panic mode. Check out my capital. I was just moving the trade routes back to Madrid. They're all to different continents, but 320 production, and that is from a city with -10 amenity % penalty. I mean, that would have been insane if I'd sorted that out, and I was only one turn really from sorting that out. You know, in fact, I'm just gonna roll it forward a turn, and we're gonna see just how lovely this is. So that was just me force moving the turn forward. So you might see a couple of units dying inappropriately here, but that's not the point. Madrid is the point. So it was up to 21 pop. We just got professional sports. So if I just keep on moving these things, don't forget all of my trade routes are to different continents. So it's all good. So 335 production. I'm going to find the water park in Valencia and say, here's an aquatic center. And then Madrid, I'm going to give you a stadium. Perfect. Look, already that's up to 391. And what I was going to do now was put down the Estadio. 4 turns it's going to take to build that. 4 turns. That's it. That's crazy. But with the Estadio built, that's 2 amenities for every single city in my empire. That should pretty much bring everything positive, and everywhere else that's got a stadium or an aquatic centre should be now into +5 territory. My capital has huge populations, so it needed a bit more of a nudge. Look at that glorious car park. Oh, that is the thing. The giant crabs just offshore, and even more giant turtles. Hang on, that is. I don't know if that's more or less creepy. Look, we've joked before. Hang on, about the look at the giant crabs, bigger than the boat, and just sort of snipping at the nets. But the size of these turtles, like they're even bigger. They are the sort of size of turtles that you would get in like a Discworld novel or something. Look at that. Oh, they're beautiful. They are really, really cool. But oh yes, look at my little land. Such a small piece of island and such a convenient mountain that separates these 2 cities on a different continent from my original city. It's just, oh, it's lovely. But now that I've got that up to 417 production, that is not bad for a communism city, really, is it? Normally it's democracy that goes insane like that. And actually, whilst a lot of my trade routes are going from Madrid, not all of them. Not all of them. I think only about 60%. So I had another, like, I'd say about 15 trade routes, all producing about 6 production. So I could have thrown that above 500. I'm pretty sure I could have gone above 500 on that one. Anyway, good fun. Come along to Discord. The map is on there. It's really, really good fun. I would really recommend giving this game a go. Spain are a joy to play. And, I mean, we played them a little bit more extreme. If you just didn't bother to do the whole settling on different continents things, you could do what Portugal are just about to do and settle next to where all this oil was, make a fantastic little canal city. You could have gone after other civs like Macedon with boats. Every single one of their cities are on the coast, and they really didn't have a navy for a very long time. Poland would have been exactly the same. Yeah, really, really, really good fun. Sometimes it can be very distracting building cities when on a map like this, taking them is a much better idea, especially naval. Naval maps really, really do suggest that you just stock up early game on galleys and then on quadriremes and just go a bit crazy. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, Trevor Daskby, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard Portland, Petra Ryan, and Matthew Hatch. For all of your support and for everybody that generally helps the channel to thrive, thank you all very much. See you next time!